Hello, everyone. Hello, Robin.
Yeah, it's so good to see you.
I have to tell you, I am so excited to have you here. I will tell everyone later how we kind of met. How did we meet?
I don't even remember. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Yeah, I
It's
don't
been a minute. Yeah, it has been a long minute. Oh, here we are. I see us. Okay, good. So we've got somebody joining us. I don't know who it is. So pop on in the comments, ladies, and say hi to Robin. Robin Patchen. She writes Christian suspense, and let me tell you, I have read you. How many series do you have
Well,
out?
there are nine now in my Nutfield series because I put those three beauty books together. So now there's nine in that one, and there's eight. Well, the eighth is coming out Tuesday in the Covenant.
Yes, yes. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. By the way, that is it still 99 cents?
That one is $2.99, but the one
Two.
before it, Lineage of Corruption, is 99 cents right now because
Ah, yes.
I like to run a sale on the previous book in the series.
Okay, and Lineage of Corruption was amazing.
Thank you.
I absolutely loved it. I hadn't read any of them. Not I got them. Okay, I really got confused because the last time I was with you guys, I was in I was in Nutfield, and now you're in Coventry, and I'm like, I keep expecting people that I've read about to waltz, and I'm like, where is everyone?
They're all my people.
Where are these? Okay, is this? I'm like, what is going on? And then I'm like, oh, this is not Nutfield. Okay, so
One
we
of
got
my people, in fact, two of my people from Nutfield will waltz onto the stage, have a little
ew.
cameo appearance, and so only the Nutfield people in the know will recognize them.
There. Okay, well, I'll have to look out for that. Okay, and here's a Facebook reader user says, "Hey, hello. We don't know who you are, but that's okay. We
Hi.
love having you." And Kristen says, "Hi, hi, hi.
Hi.
How's the Kristen is? Are you videotaping right now, Kristen? She does video stuff. She's
Oh,
very cool. She's very cool.
excellent.
So anyway, did you bring a drink?
I took out a home equity loan and bought myself some Diet Coke.
Oh,
So I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I know you're saying. Well, I bought. I this is my kids' college fund right here.
All right, good deal. Good deal. Yeah, I
Oh,
can do
anyway,
it. Totally worth it. College is overrated anyway.
isn't it though? So, okay, Robin, tell us a little bit about you.
Oh,
Where
wow.
does thou hail from?
I hail it from Londonderry, New Hampshire, as a matter of fact. So we would
She
be neighbors
does.
if I still lived
Yes,
there.
we gotta
Uh,
tell you a story about that.
Please.
Okay. Since I'm interrupting, so Robin and I were talking like last year, and you had just been here, I
Yeah,
think. Okay,
probably.
and I was like, oh, here's somebody who's been to Londonderry. She's from Maine anyway.
Oh, hi,
Cheating.
Kristen.
Yes, Krista's cool. Anyway, so we were talking, and you said, "Oh, I was just in Londonderry." I'm like, "Londonderry? That's really close." And so, we talked about it that you grew up there and stuff like that. I'm like, "Oh, that's so cool." My daughter and I were going to Kennebunkport for a girls' weekend. First
Yeah,
time. It was a lot of fun.
yeah.
And I found out that Tessa Afshar, I don't know, you know her, right? She
I
writes
heard you saying, yeah.
biblical fiction, and we're both fans. She was going to be in Londonderry. And I'm like, oh, dude, we are going to pop in there. And we went to Londonderry. So I'm like, oh, look, I know somebody who was born here.
I love
Anyway,
that. And I was in Kennebunkport last weekend.
where are you now?
Well, my sister and
Nice.
I stayed in Wells for a couple of nights, but we went to Agunquit one day, and then we went to Kennebunkport the next day. Beautiful, beautiful.
Nice. Oh, hi, Amy.
There was a
Hello.
million people there.
Not, yeah, no kidding, right?
It's that time of year, I guess. It's leaf peeper season.
Yep, it is. Okay, sorry. Now that I've interrupted you, continue.
Oh, what was I saying? I'm from
I have no
Londonderry.
idea.
Yeah, I grew up. So we moved to Londonderry when I was 2, but my folks are actually from the South. My mom's from Oklahoma. My dad's from Louisiana.
Okay.
My dad was an airline pilot. He flew out of Logan Airport for all my childhood. For Eastern Airlines, if you remember them, they were around a long time ago. No.
Before my time here.
What's that?
I've only been here. Well, I've been here for 30 years, but I don't.
Yeah. Well, they went out of business. They went belly up when I was in college. So a long time ago.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
I'm not going to count the years, but
No, we're not.
It was a minute ago.
Okay.
And then, so let's see. So we moved to Londonderry, and I lived there. My mother lived there until after I got married. So I went to Northeastern University in Boston. My husband went to UNH.
Oh yes,
Right.
UNH. Nice.
We both grew up in Londonderry, and we had kind of known each other. But he was an older man. He was 3 years older than me. So I knew. I thought he was cute. But he knew me as Jennifer's little sister. So. Anyway, yeah. So then we moved to Oklahoma after we'd been married for a couple of years in '96, and then we moved down to Texas 2 years ago. So
yes,
now.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, fun stuff. Ladies, if you want to ask Robin a question, please put them in the comments. And Kristen's from Kristen's from Maine. And yes, Samuel in New England.
Wow. I guess, or she wouldn't be homesick.
No, she lived in Tennessee.
Yeah. That's why I write about New England, because I miss it so much. I really do.
Okay, let's talk about books. Okay. I love your books because they're set in New England. And I love suspense. And so your books are right up my alley. They're clean. There's a little bit of romance. It's just nice. And we were talking the other day, and I'm like, I love that your women are smart.
That's right. I told you I had one heroine that my critique partner told me she was too stupid to live. So ever since then, I've been trying to write heroines that are not too stupid to live.
I think we need to give the women in our books a little bit of credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we tend to. Yes. Is that Amy? Yes, please do make a. And Kristen's gonna come and. But yeah, I think we need to remember that we do have a brain, man. Just because the hero waltzes onto the set and onto the scene and saves the day.
Well, the problem is when you write suspense, you have to get your heroine into peril, and it's just easy. The easy way to do that is to have her do something stupid. And but the key to being a good writer is to not always take the easy way out.
That's right. That is right. It's so hard.
How can they? You have to think through it. Like, okay, I need to get them in peril without being stupid. How can I do that? And that can be challenging.
Oh yeah. Kristen hates the ditzy females.
Overused. Yeah.
Totally.
It's overused in my household in real life, sadly. But
well, I think so. And here's Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Thank you for being here. So yeah, I think I mean, and especially like as Christian writers, we kind of need to make our females smarter because we owe that to our gender.
We do, yeah. And the thing about it is, you can still get in peril even if you're very smart. You just have to have villains who are even smarter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you do that well. Right now, preach it. I knew you'd like that, Kristen. I mean, so let's see. Hold on. You do that well. I'm listening to your first of the Nutfield right now. You have that on. Yes. And so oh my gosh, it's creepy. Really creepy. I'm like, I don't know if I can handle this.
Oh, you can handle it. You know what my favorite thing about that book is the villain. He's so creepy.
Creepy?
But really, I think he's really human. I hope I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me what you think about him at the end of the
Of
book.
course, I will.
My opinion might change, but in the book I'm writing right now, which comes out in January or February, I guess. I'm trying to create another villain like him, where
Oh my
they
gosh.
his head, and we're going to get.
Um,
I think it's fun to be in a villain.
it is though, isn't it though?
I love
I
it.
have not dared yet. Well, actually, no. I did write the Finding Courage. The villain is creepy,
Yeah,
really creepy, and people are like, "Oh, it's so scary." I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay,
Clever villain.
yes,
Yeah,
yes."
that's the best kind.
Kristen, she's really good, and her books are set in New England, so you might check her out. And her women aren't stupid. I mean, they have stupid moments like all of us do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's.
and so which is fun, which is a lot of fun. So why suspense? Why are you writing suspense? Is there a reason?
I once heard. You know who Karen Ball is? Karen Ball used to be an agent a long time
Okay.
ago. She's not anymore, but I once heard her talking about how if there's a story, you're thinking there's a story, and you see a man and he's carrying some kind of a strangely shaped bag onto an airplane, and so a storyteller thinks, "What's in the
Oh
bag?"
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Right?
yeah. Uh
And
huh. Absolutely.
in my case, she jokingly said, "It's a human head," and I thought. I was trying to make you spit out your coffee.
I. Oh, you almost got it. This is my only laptop. Don't do that to me.
That's funny.
Really.
But I thought,
Honestly.
yes, that's how my brain always works. Even though that isn't what I always read, I do read a lot of suspense, but that's just how my brain works. I immediately think about the scary thing.
See, isn't it funny? Because I immediately go, huh, now who's his friend? Who's
Uh-huh.
his wife? Who's his girlfriend? Who's his mom? Who's his
All that
sister?
stuff has to come later. For me, it's immediately like he's smuggling drugs or he's escaping. I just that's just where my brain always goes. So
Mhm.
there is challenge in writing suspense,
Oh, I
especially small town New Hampshire suspense, because honestly, that much excitement doesn't generally happen in little towns.
unless you live here, obviously, because we are the drug mecca of Vermont.
Is that right? Wow, things to be proud of.
I
Yeah,
can't.
but I
I
mean, you
can't.
don't want all your stories to be about drugs. You don't I mean, like there's the same stories all the time. So it's like you've got to come. It's challenging coming up with good suspense ideas. That's
She was in New England, right? Maine?
that's where her. Remember Cabot Cove? She was from Cabot.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah,
Was
yeah,
it
yeah.
Cove, Maine? I think it was something like
I don't know.
that.
It was a long time ago. This was like a while ago.
Yeah, a long time ago watching Jessica Fletcher. She did it, but she got out of Maine a lot. Did you notice? She was always traveling to find.
Oh, yeah, obviously, because she ran out of murder victims. She couldn't not everyone in the that would be everyone in the town.
Yeah, then the town is empty, and it's
And
just Jessica Fletcher's gone on a killing spree at the
it's
end.
terrible. But it was like, oh yes, small towns, hard to do, really hard to do.
Yeah.
I mean, Kristen agrees. Running out of people to kill. Yep. That's fun. That's a lot of fun, actually.
So that's the challenge. I'm always having to bring in new characters who are bringing their trouble with them. Because otherwise, how much trouble can you get into?
Yeah, obviously a lot.
And
Do
then
not move to Nutfield.
we're kind
Do
of,
not move to. Oh, there was a series you did that was set in Manchester, right?
there was a book in man. There were a
Book.
couple of books in
Yes.
the Nutfield saga. Legacy Restored. She goes to Manchester. So that's that. Yeah, and then she goes to Portsmouth as well. So they're not really in Nutfield, but they are a little bit.
Right. Well, the cool thing about that book set in Manchester,
Uh-huh.
we lived in Manchester when we first got married
Oh
because
yeah.
we went to New England College, my husband and I, in
Oh.
Henniker. So, yeah, and he worked at the insurance, Hartford Insurance in Manchester when he graduated, and I was still in college. But we lived in Manchester. We actually got married in Manchester.
Really?
I have no idea where the church is anymore.
Did you have your reception at what was the name of that hotel on Elm Street?
Oh, the big one.
Yeah, the New Hampshire Hotel. I can't think what it was called. That new one though. It was new when I
Yes.
was in high school. We had our prom there, I think,
It
and
was really nice. My husband and I celebrated our first. It was the first time he was in Manchester. New Year's Eve, we went there for a party.
nice.
That was fun.
Was it called New Hampshire?
I have no idea, but we did not celebrate have our we had it at my house, my place. I had a huge. My roommate and I, we rented the bottom apartment in a house, where we in Henniker, and it was big. It was really big, so we had it there.
Well, that was smart.
Yeah, it's cheaper. Hold on. What, Kristen? AV. Oh, that is hilarious.
That's funny. There you go.
Anyway, but you described East Street, and I'm like, huh. Anyway, fun stuff.
That was fun because that used to be sort of my stomping grounds up in Manchester. So I was basically on Google, Street View and looking around, going, "Oh yeah,
I know, oh, yeah." I know. It's so funny. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that place. And you know what? You want to hear the funniest? Not funniest, but it's really cool because my son married a young lady. They met at a Christian conference in St. Louis. And she was born in Manchester, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Yep. And she lived in California at the time. She still lives in California. But it was so cool because, and her parents lived in the same condo apartments that we lived in.
That's funny.
Like a quarter. We only lived there very short because Tom lost his job. We couldn't afford him anymore, so we moved home. But yeah. I'm like, really? They lived there? Oh my gosh, we did too.
Isn't that weird? How my husband, when he was a little kid, his dad worked for the FAA, and the FAA center is in Oklahoma City. And so for a couple of times when he was a kid, they lived in Oklahoma City just for like 3 or 4 months at a time. And my mom's family is from Oklahoma City. So they were trying, we found out, I was like, where did you live? And they were like, on 23rd and Ann Arbor. I was like, so like 5 blocks from my grandparents' house. Like, that is so weird.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Because we both live in southern New Hampshire. So what are the chances?
I know.
That's the Lord just, I think, sometimes says,
oh yeah,
like
definitely.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Yeah. It is very cool. Okay, so tell me about your upcoming book. Or wait, is it out?
It comes out Tuesday.
Okay.
All right. So cool. I'm not very good at just going, this is what my book is about. So that's
I know. Oh my gosh, don't you hate that?
I should know. I wrote it. So back at the beginning of this series, there was a little girl who was kidnapped.
Ella. I love it. Yes.
Ella. So yes. Ella's dad was the hero in the 3rd book in the series, Betrayal of Genius. Well, this book, the 8th book in the series, is a Christmas story. It's actually about Ella's mom.
Yes.
Ella's mom did not come home, and she was kidnapped. And yes, they all went to Oklahoma City. That's the deal. Yes. My dad worked for the FAA too for a little while, and ended up in Oklahoma City. It was great. Okay. Anyway. Okay.
Yep. Interrupting you all the time.
So we are sort of led to believe throughout the first few books, whenever Denise is mentioned, she's just like this bad mom who abandoned her family.
Yeah.
And so of course I had to write her story. And so she had reason for everything that she did. And so she has come back to Coventry because she wants to build a relationship with her daughter, who's now 8. But her ex-husband hates her. And because he just abandoned the family. And so he doesn't know why. And she never explained it to him. He's a really good guy. But when it comes to her, he's a jerk. And my early readers were like, I don't like seeing him like this. I'm going to just keep reading. It's going to be okay. It's going to be But anyway, the other reason she came home now is because there's a serial killer in Southern California targeting female actors. And she's an actor. And so she doesn't really have any reason to believe that she's going to be a target. But just to be on the safe side, she's like, now seems like a good time to go home.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyway, her agent actually hired her bodyguards because of something that happened, and that all comes out at the very beginning. And so,
Yes.
And redemption story because she has to sort of go back to all the things that she left so kind of shamefully, and see if she can make things right with her ex-husband and her son. And so it's a Christmas story. It's not all.
Well, okay, this makes me happy. Okay, Kristen. No. No. That's really bad. That is bad. That's just, and you call yourself my friend. We're gonna get Robin to spit her coke out.
Oh yeah, no. This is the only. I don't know. I could talk my keyboard if it was that.
I know. Same here. And I already dropped my poor little baby. So
there you go.
You got it. You got an alert.
I did. Sorry. I tried
to
mute my computer and then I was like, well, no, then I can't hear you. So
I know. I have to turn off Facebook because they tell you to do that. Okay, so this is exciting because I'm reading Ella's story. Little Ella is in this first book now. So I'm glad that she makes it. Thank you so much, Robin. I knew she was going to make it.
I know. You're a little girl.
I know. No, you wouldn't go there.
I'm not. And never judge animals in Christian fiction. That's just not okay.
Oh no.
Depends on the animals. It depends on the animals. Dogs and horses.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, I have to rethink my whole storyline now? Oh, it's all right.
Maybe if it's not a beloved animal.
Aminal?
Too
much Diet Coke for you.
Right, and I don't talk for a living. Right?
This is. I went with a small because you know what, I can't do that to you. Anyway, okay, so okay. Anyway, that really threw me for a loop there for a second.
I'm editing a book right now, and she let 2 horses die, and I was like, I think you have to change that. I don't think the horses can die. I'm sorry.
Give me a second. Ask Robin a question. I need to compose myself here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Well, we're good. All right. So, what was your first book?
The first book that I published, I had 2 Christmas novellas that came out with a small publisher, but my first full-length book was Finding Amanda. So that's not in the Nutfield or the Coventry Saga. It's standalone. And it has a prequel that you can get. In fact, you can get that book for free on my website.
Everyone dies. I like that. Hello. I love that.
But not in the pages of your book.
But everyone does die.
Everyone does die. Yes. Even now, all dogs go to heaven.
So do horses. So do horses.
So do horses. So it's
okay. So it's all right. Okay, I can kill my horse.
All
right, good. I can do it. Anyway. Yeah, I will. I won't even shed a tear. Okay, so have you killed your characters? I don't remember.
I have had some characters die. I have never had one of my main characters die, and I don't want to say because you haven't read all my books. So
I don't remember. I don't think anybody's died in your books other than, oh, you're so nice. Why are you so nice?
Change that if that's true. I have
You are kind of nice.
Yeah,
which I like about you because I'm not. I'm obviously not at all.
That's true.
No, my poor son, my youngest son, back when he was still homeschooled, if few years ago. I read him one of my series, and we stopped for a while because we were doing school, and then I was like, "Oh, Logan, listen to what I just wrote," and I had moved on from that series. So I was on another one, but the characters came back, and it wasn't the. So one of the main characters had passed on.
Oh no!
And it was his favorite character.
Oh no!
And Logan's like, "What? What happened here?" I'm like, "Oh, he died." And he's like, "Oh, he has never forgiven me ever." He brings it up. He brings it up.
He
Robin
does.
brings it up.
As if you killed his best friend.
Or his wife. Yes. It was horrible. It's horrible. He's like, "Mom, you need to rewrite this." I'm like, "No."
Back to life, mother.
He hacks my computer often, and he will write in my document. He'll be like, "And so comes back, and they're happy. They live happily ever after." I'm like, "Are you crazy? What if I hadn't seen this and published it?"
Yeah, published it. That's awesome.
Anyway, so here we go. Oh, Kristen has Finding Amanda. Did you? Okay, so
my books are probably more suspense. I want them to be more suspense, but sometimes I get caught up in the romance. So they're intended. I always write the suspense first and then figure out how to weave a romance in there.
There you go. I think romance is important.
Yeah. Okay. I started putting romance in my books because romance sells really well.
Yeah.
And I thought that I would sell more books. And I think I do. I think there are a lot of people who read romantic suspense, but there's fewer people who read straight romance.
Yeah. So, I know.
That was
I'm not. Straight romance is a little hard for me to read. So.
Yeah.
Kristen's not a huge romance, but really, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Kristen's one of my beta readers, and
she is.
Yes.
But you write romance, right?
I write. Yeah, I guess you could say I write romance, but I like to put adventure in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I forgive you, Kristen. No, I do. So I don't know. I don't think they're straight romance.
Yeah.
And whoever, if somebody's read my stuff, they can say yay or nay. Please don't kick me off the team. I would never do that to you. I love having. Do you have a beta team?
I have. Sorry, I swear I silenced that, but it is unsilenced.
You're fine.
I do. Well, I have a team of critique partners.
Yeah.
Who read my books before or while they're at the editor. So I get feedback from lots of people.
Yes.
But then I also have a launch team that read it and leave reviews. So
yeah, I was supposed to be on that, and I kind of goofed because I didn't read one of your books.
Well, you have other books too. I mean, I'd love to have you on there, but I
am so busy.
Yeah, we all are. I'm not on launch teams because I can't. I'm too busy. And honestly, I want to read what I want to read when I want to read it. So I don't like going, oh, well, now I have to read this.
Yeah, it's really hard. I like it.
The reading for me.
Yeah. No, it's hard to be on launch team. And I'm like, yeah, I want to, but I don't have time for this.
Exactly.
I really, most of us, we spend marketing 90% of our time. Oh, wait. 2% writing. What is it? 90, 92, 8% sipping coffee. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I can hear you. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, so it's really hard to get on, stay on these launch teams, and because we do love to read. This is why we write,
Exactly.
But I just have found that I am so bogged down, and with not having power, I read at night.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah, no. So the Kindle works best for me. So I find myself reading more Kindle books these days, and I don't have the room for all the books anymore,
I'm the same way. And if I'm going to read for pleasure, I want to read what I want to read.
So. Oh, sure, yeah.
But I appreciate my launch team so much, and they are great about reading the books when they come out and leaving reviews, and so I'm very thankful for them.
Yeah, I love my launch team, and I love my beta group is kind of like a critique group, you know,
exactly.
which, and I really love getting the feedback from them.
Yeah.
Some of them, not all of them, but some are really nice to me, where others are not. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Some are really nice, and some are really honest.
Some are really no.
Yeah, they're like, well, I can see what you were trying to do. You're like, oh, God.
And we need that, right? Because we're like our heads in the cloud.
Yeah. We know what we mean. We know what we meant to say.
Oh,
we know
right.
what we wanted it to look like, and it just
Exactly.
doesn't translate on the page.
No, unfortunately, and my editor, she's rough on me as well. So, I'll be doing something. I'll be like, oh, this is such a great scene. She'll be like, are you kidding me? The last book, The Promise. So The Promise, in the series that I just put up, I kept getting these notes on the sideline from her. She's like, try again, Cupcake.
Wow, how nice of a
Or, sorry. How about we change this sugar plums or something like that? So my beta team's great. They have a lot of sass.
Now, are they all writers?
No,
they're just readers.
One is a writer. One's a writer.
Okay.
And the other ones are readers. Lots of they do a lot. Which you need both, I think, to have a good critique team.
Yeah.
Because the writer is great because she will critique she will write, she will do my edit. Like she won't edit. Well, she does edit, but she'll focus on like the overall. I think the technique. And then my readers are just great because they will catch my mistakes and they will keep me honest, I think, Yeah. So, which is, I need that,
Yeah, we all do. We all need people. Like anything else in life, you can't do it by yourself. When you
tried that
by yourself, it doesn't work.
I tried it.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what?
You can only get so far by yourself. That's why
I got nowhere. I got nowhere. And then I was at I was at a women's conference, and I'm like, God, I'm giving up. That's it. I've had it. And he's kind of like, no, this is my business, girl. So, and so I was like, I'm giving up. I don't know what to do. My books are out there. They're sitting there.
Right.
And he's like, and so he sent me to avid readers. For some reason, I was on Facebook, I clicked, and I don't even know how I got there.
Really?
So, yeah. And then, okay, I don't remember if it was, I think you were like one of the first authors I met.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow, these authors are so nice. And wow, these readers are so nice. Yeah. I'm like, wow, I can do this, So I'm like, what are you sassing about? Yes. Yeah. We do need peoples, and who are,
No, I guess the truth of the matter is that no matter what you do, you need people. And that's I can be, I'm an old New Englander, right? I can be fierce and independent. That's what New Englanders are, right? We're fierce and independent. But sometimes it's just stupid. Like, why are we trying to reinvent the wheel? Why not just ask for help? It's just dumb.
Oh, I know. I'm like, hey, guys, shouldn't we be with my kids? Are like, no, my fellas, no, we can do it ourselves. I'm like, okay, how's that going for you?
I know, right? That's it. So, I've learned to not be such a do-it-yourselfer. Like, just hire someone to do it, get some help. Why do I think I have to learn how to do every single skill in the world?
I know. What is it about New Englanders? That's crazy.
It is. It's interesting. I don't see it in other parts of the world.
No.
It's almost like an insult to think that you need help if you're a New Englander. No.
Kristen hasn't learned that yet.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you, Kristen.
But, building a house, you think we ask for help? Nope. we could do it ourselves.
Yeah, no, there's no way anybody in my house would ever say that.
Oh yes. Well, we did. We did come up here to do that, But I was like, no, we're not doing everything by ourselves. Oh yes, we are.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And how long is it taking?
Too long.
Yeah. I mean,
It's almost done. It's almost done.
almost done. Good.
And if I go home and it's not done, I will be crying. But no, it should be done by the end of this month. The main stuff done. I'm hoping, but we keep saying that, so I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, all right, ladies, do you have any questions for our wonderful guest who is just a delight? I mean, it's so much fun to have you here.
Well, thank
Because
you.
you know why? Because we we were supposed to do this like a year or two or three. Somebody's in church. Whoops.
Uh-oh. Oops.
Evelyn. We were supposed to like do like a coffee thing. You and I just chat. So this is fun. This is more you and me talking than no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been fun to just have a New Englander out there. Actually.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of Christian fiction in New England. Maybe because there's not a whole lot of Christians in New England. I don't know.
Just now. We're not the chosen frozen.
The frozen chosen.
Frozen chosen. That's it. Whatever chosen frozen. Whatever. I know.
Yeah, like I'd love to come up there and then attend a writers conference, maybe teach at a writers conference in New England. I haven't been able to Christian writers conference. I haven't been able to find it.
Get in touch with. Oh my gosh, there's one down in Connecticut.
Is that Heidi?
Tessa.
No. Yeah, I would love to. I would love to do that because it would be a great excuse to go home and visit. You know what I mean? So, and I love to teach at conferences. So anyway, that would be really fun.
That would be fun. Actually, I have not been. Okay, confession. I have not been to a conference.
You need to go to one. They're actually life altering, I think.
I do need to go to one, but it's always been really out of my price reach, just a little bit,
Yeah.
And with building the house, I'm like, I really can't do it.
I know. I understand. It's expensive.
It's really annoying, but I know it'd be really awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, what does Kristen say? I think nobody. I think a lot of
Nobody's
been.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I would love to read more Christian fiction from New England, but I don't know of a whole lot of it that isn't historical. I feel like there's a lot of historical Christian fiction that takes place in the Boston area, especially, because it's kind of a cool place historically. But,
oh, you said Boston like a champion. Good for you.
It's so funny. When I was a kid growing up, I was not allowed to talk like a New Englander. And if we walked in the door and we said something like, drop the R's off something, my mother would go, I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're talking about. We were not allowed to talk that way. So,
well, that's so funny. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That is funny.
So I used to, but I've lost it. Now I go back and I fall into it again, but not very much.
That's so funny. It's kind of like me when I go home to Germany. I start off having a really bad accent. American accent when I speak German, but then like after a day or two, you kind of
you go right into it. I didn't know you were from Germany. Whereabouts?
Yeah, Hamburg.
Hamburg, nice. How long have you lived in the States? Obviously,
30 years, 30 odd years.
Yeah, you don't really have an accent, so.
Don't want that German accent at all. Oh wow, wicked! Oh my gosh, Kristen, thank you. My granddaughter, she's 4 months now. Oh my gosh.
So
not yet 1 more week, almost 4 months. And one of her aunts or uncles sent her a onesie with wicked on it.
That's so fun.
And she also has a Boston Red Sox onesie, and my son is all into that.
We'll be buying all that stuff. If we ever have any grandchildren, they'll be getting all sorts of New England stuff from us.
Exactly. Wicked smart. That's what she. That's it. Wicked smart. That's what the shirt
Uh,
says.
Wicked smart.
And yes, she
Yeah.
is cute. Oh my gosh, I love my little.
I'd like to see pictures of last. They're probably on Facebook.
Yeah, they're all over Facebook. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I will show you one.
All right, here we go.
Can you
Oh,
see that?
oh no, weird.
No.
Oh, isn't she precious? What's her name?
Felicity.
Felicity. What
Felicity
a little
G.
baby. I love that.
Oh, hey, do you recognize something? Wait, hold on.
I can't.
Wasn't sure.
Oh, there it is.
I am listening to it.
Yes.
I'm halfway through, and I really don't like the. I hope the bad guy gets his comeuppance.
So when I was talking about my evil bad guy, it wasn't him. I was thinking about my other first book in the series. That's got my favorite villain that I've ever written.
Oh, okay. Wait. That's not the first one. Yes,
That's
it
the
is.
first one in my Coventry saga. The
Oh,
first
yes.
one in my other series is the one I was.
Oh, okay.
Early.
Well, this guy is creepy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but he's creepy. I don't like him at all.
He's super creepy. Yeah.
I don't like him at all. So yeah, no, I don't have any pictures. I was not there for what? I was there for 3 weeks. I don't have any pictures. And the sad thing is, okay, I lost my phone wigged out on me, and I had to do a factory restart.
Oh no.
So yeah, I lost a lot of my pictures, but they're on Facebook.
There you go.
Yep. So I'm really thank you, Facebook. But
If I were on Facebook for my books, I would be in trouble.
Yes.
For my
Yes,
pictures,
yes.
I mean, yeah.
She doesn't believe. Stop it. I do believe in pictures once in a while. I am secretly Amish. That's why we live off the grid.
That's so funny. I could not live off the grid.
Well, we were talking about it last night, my husband and I, after I had that temper tantrum that I talked to you about. Oh my gosh.
I can see that. Yeah.
I was like, I can't. Ugh. Anyway, so after I calmed down, we were discussing, he's like, well, did you think it was going to be easy? And I'm like, well, yeah. Isn't everything easy?
Why do we think things are going to be easy? I don't know. I don't know why. Yeah. We do, and they're not. They're never easy. And
nothing's ever easy. He's like, so what do we want to do? I'm like, stay off the grid. He's like, okay, well, it's going to be hard. Yeah. So I do have there you are. I do have a series set in Boston. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. The to serve and protect and serve. Yeah. Or as I had made a mistake, a spelling mistake, and it said to protect and sever. That's more up your alley, I would say.
Story right there.
What?
That's a whole different kind of story.
There you go. That's like up your alley right there.
Now, are those historical?
No,
they're
different.
Right. Right.
I love history, and I'm a history buff, right?
Yeah.
Totally nailed it. Yes, I did. Oh my gosh. But historical fiction, man, that's hard to write.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. You have to know too much. I don't know much about anything.
I love history, but the two that I did was like, okay, yeah. That's a lot of. I mean, not that we don't have to, like all my books. There is romance. I mean, romance, yes, but like I have a lot of adventure going on, and you've got to know, like, to protect and serve is about K9 unit and stuff like that. So you have to do a lot of research. Yeah,
I know. Well, I was telling, you know who Susie May Warren is? You know Susan. So I saw her at a conference and we were talking. She was helping me plot a story, and she was like, "Well, tell me about your hero. Is he like in law enforcement?" I was like, "I always write everyman heroes because otherwise you have to know stuff." My everyman heroes don't know anything, and so they're in common, and I don't have to learn all that stuff.
But you had one who was a cop.
I did. I've had a couple, but usually even then they're not in the story they're not working in their jobs.
Right. That's true.
I want them out of. I don't want them to have that many resources. Because I want them in heroes because then they can be like me. They can not.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. That's cool. I can live with that.
Pretty funny,
Yeah, I think that's cool. I kind of like doing the research.
Yeah,
I mean, so
writing out like research. I do it, but I don't love it.
well, okay. What is the craziest thing you've researched and you thought, oh my gosh, the cops are gonna show up at my door?
So the funniest thing I ever did research related was when I made my husband drive around with me in the trunk of the car. I was like, I want you to get on the highway. He's like, I'm not getting on the highway. I was like, I just want you to get out to the main street. He's like, I'm not getting on the main street. He basically drove down and around the block and came home. And he was going, I hope we get pulled over. I will start screaming. And then I was like, no, Eddie will get shot. That's not funny. But yeah, I did. I wanted to know what it was like to be stuffed in this room.
Okay, Kristen, I'm so glad I did not have a sip. That would have gone everywhere. So oh my gosh.
Yeah. And that's one of my favorite stories, but I really did because I had to write that and I did not know what that would feel like. And then I did. I was like, well, that would be very uncomfortable.
So how was it?
It was awful. It was dark and cramped and I'm little. I mean, I'm not little, but I'm short.
No, you're okay.
You can't, like you can't straighten. No, it was not comfortable. It was dark and it was daytime, but it was pitch black in the trunk. And I've had multiple heroines get stuffed in the trunk of a car. So, you've got to know like what that's going to feel like.
That's important.
Yeah. But you end up looking up things. Like my favorite thing that I ever looked up was how to kill an old person without getting caught. And the answer is antifreeze.
Wait. That was for beauty in. Yeah, that was kind of like. Mm-hmm.
I hope no guys near me are. They're going to look at my search history and they're going to be like, "Oh, she did."
You do realize I'm so glad I've got this,
so no one can hear you.
No.
You would get such great looks. You might make.
Oh,
the police might come. You know.
Search history.
Right, there you go.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that would be funny.
Oh, I mean, today, just this very day, I was like, okay, what kinds of things are smuggled into the U.S.? Yes. So I'm like, oh, drugs. Okay, everybody does drugs. I'm probably going to have to use drugs, but not use drugs, but I mean, in the story, make it.
Oh my gosh.
No, I use drugs, which would make it much harder to write. But anyway, I'm like, oh, pre-Columbian artifacts. That's fun. And then I go on this little rabbit trail of where do you get?
Of course. Yes.
Obviously. And then grave robbers and
grave robbers. Oh my gosh. That's great. Well, my dad used to smuggle into Germany Persian rugs.
Persian rugs. I like that. Those would be harder to stick in your suitcase.
Yes.
Believe the stories I saw today of people sticking drugs in a Mr. Potato Head doll to get through security. There was one lady. She had like duct taped Ziploc bags of exotic fish all over her body, and she was going through security, and they heard a weird swishing sound. And they searched her, and I'm literally, there was a picture of it. You've got to find it. It was hilarious.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to.
Like she must have worn a dress with all that. Okay.
Oh my gosh, what are you saying, Crystal? A short story about an author talking to somebody about their research.
I love that.
Oh.
I love that. Yes.
If Jessica Arroyo Martinez, she writes short stories. That would be perfect. Kristen, tell Jess about it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's a lot of fun actually. I haven't. Her history recently has been all about like World War II and paratrooper because that's what I'm writing. But but calling Jess, call Jess. Actually, you can just Facebook message her.
There you go. And you learn some really interesting things, and you can get some great ideas. Sometimes I just don't know what to write at all, so I'll just You're like, I don't know. What bad things can you do on a boat? And then I'll just type in, what bad
Uh-huh.
things can you do?
Uh-huh.
Here, I don't.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Writer's block. How do you deal with writer's block?
Oh gosh, I'm in the middle of it right now. So
Great.
like this morning, I was like, I am going to get up and I'm going to write for 2 hours. And so I did research. And it's hard. I need to get over this because this book is going to come out and I probably ought to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest thing is just to not think that you can wait for inspiration to strike. Just to say, inspiration has to strike every day about 8:30, and write. And normally it's not something that I deal with. So it's been pretty challenging the last couple of years because I think I have a pretty good plot, but it's the words do not come out.
It's hard. I mean, it strikes me like once every book,
Oh
right
yeah,
in the middle. Right
yeah,
in the middle. It's like, oh, this is terrible. Can I just erase the whole thing? And
yeah,
then, it's like I can't. I can't do it.
yeah.
So
I always think with every book, usually by about the 1/3 mark, like about 30,000 words, I think this is terrible. This is so boring.
I
It's
know. I know. I know. And
I,
then I give it to my editor and she's like, what are you talking about? It's
it's really
fine.
good. Oh, I really like it. Great, great, great. And then you get your reviews, and they're like, best book she's ever written. I'm like, did you read it? Or you just
Did you read it?
you're being
No.
nice?
Didn't read it.
Yeah.
I'm just writing the reviews. Best book ever.
Because I sent it out there into the world, and I just cringe. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are they gonna think? And then
Do you read? Sorry. Do you read your reviews?
When it's my launch team, I do. And not all. I don't read them, but I skim them. I'm like, okay, they liked it. Okay, they liked it.
Yeah.
Especially because honestly, I don't really want to give people free books if they're not going to like them. So I want to see that
Right. Yeah.
Um, so
I agree.
I skim them, but then after a while, I don't read them.
You know.
After it's not really, once it launches, I don't. Maybe the first week or so, and then I read it.
You're good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Do you?
What?
Do you read your reviews?
Huh? Something's wrong with it. No, I'm kidding. I yeah.
You do, and sometimes they're disappointing, but sometimes they're awesome.
They're good. Sometimes they're really wonderful, and you need that on that day sometimes. And then sometimes you're like, you read it and you're like, oh my gosh, what?
Yeah.
And then, it just crashes you. Like, crush. You can be like on top of the world and you read a review that's maybe not even a 3 or 2 or whatever, but you read that review and you're like, what?
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. Well,
I gotta be good.
Good reviews are not even equal. It's not that they don't outweigh the bad. They're not even close. You can get 25 great reviews and 1 negative review, and you read that negative review, and
that's it. You camp on that, and you go, see, there you go. I knew I wasn't supposed to be writing.
I knew I was a fraud, and then and that's why I don't read them. I get to a certain point where I know that my launch team has read them, and my super fans who buy the book right out of and they immediately read it,
right.
And then I quit reading them because it doesn't matter. What matters is what my readers think.
Yes.
And if someone hates the book, they're probably not my reader.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell myself at this stage. So yeah. Okay, girls, ladies, do you have any questions for Robin? Because we're going to wrap it up pretty soon because we've taken up an hour of her time and it's been so much fun.
I wish I had a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. We could just be
but you don't have Dunkin's in Texas, do you?
We have some Dunkins. Not like we have Starbucks, but we have some Dunkins.
Cheetos? What?
Crunchy. Cheetos? Crunchy. My family likes the flaming hot Cheetos. And so that's the kind I eat, flaming hot Cheetos, and I prefer the crunchy ones to the happy ones. It's a great question. Great question. Yeah. Well, and I don't kill animals in my books. unlike Anne, who does. So,
I haven't yet. Have I killed an animal? Kristen, help me out. Have I killed an animal?
no, but you're planning on it. You're plotting animal
Yes, I am plotting animal homicide.
homicide or something. Yes.
I knew you. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
There we go. I actually
this is
have a
for
friend
Robin.
who's reading one of my books that has a dog in it. The fourth book in the Lies series. I can't even think what it's called. But anyway, Innocent Lies. And she texted me in the middle of the book and said, if the dog dies, we're no longer friends. Like, you're fine. The kid dies, but the dog is fine.
The kid dies, but the dog's good.
We can't hurt the animals, you know. Human beings are fine. Just don't hurt the dog.
I did not kill a wolf or a bear. I just want to, hello?
There you go.
Have not.
Pretty sure.
All right.
All right.
I draw a line. There's a measuring stick to
That's
everything.
Yeah. Puppies,
I mean,
kittens are fine, but no wolves.
No, oh bears. My son would be so mad at me. Oh my gosh, my son would just kill me.
My sons would never know. No one in my family would ever know because none of them read my books.
Oh, I know. So I had my son's one of my books set in Yellowstone, right?
Oh yeah.
I actually made. I actually managed. We talked about this to get it onto audio, right?
Oh yeah.
So I gave my son a copy, right? And my son actually listened to it. He's like, "It's so romantic. Please kill the ranger." I'm like, "Oh no. But
hero?
Yeah, the ranger's the hero. No, we don't kill the heroes. Oh, there was a poaching. Oh, you're right.
Ooh, McYum.
Oh yeah, definitely. Kristen comes up with these wonderful nicknames for my ranger. You're right. It did kill. Oh, I have to revise
them. Bad guys though, so I'm sure it wasn't gratuitous. It's okay. Just don't kill pets. Beloved animals. You can't kill beloved animals. You can kill bad animals and bugs. Always a big
bugs. Spiders. Hello. Yes. I have to rethink my whole series now.
I have to. My whole life is a lie.
Oh shoot! Dang it! I may have to just quit.
Oh no!
I'm kidding.
What do I know?
Oh, you know more than I do. Okay. On that note, ladies,
that happens.
That's good. That's it for me. I'm done.
And then she quit writing and everyone blamed her.
I like.
That feels right.
That's good. It's all good.
A sad ending
to my life. Yes, it is why we have beta teams.
Steer her in the right direction, Kristen. Don't let her do it. Don't let her do
it. Kristen, you're off my team. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. Thank you.
It was so fun. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure to chat with you.
Yes. And when you're hello,
table from each other.
Hello. Next time you're here, let me know.
Yeah.
I'll drive to Londonderry because it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's not far.
No.
It wasn't far from you. We were up at the Flume, which is in Lincoln.
Oh yeah, nice area.
Oh, really pretty. We got some.
Oh my kids, my husband and my kids, they've hiked the presidential range.
Oh yeah, I haven't done that.
Yeah,
I've driven through the presidential range. At that,
beautiful, right?
So pretty.
I've admired it that way too.
Yeah.
And then oldest son and husband hiked Mount Washington like 4 or 5 times.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
The only time I did that was we went skiing. We went up to Tuckerman's.
You skied Tuckerman's?
Sort of. By the time we got up there, my legs were so tired. I thought I'm going to kill myself. So I didn't go all the way to the top of the bowl. I just went about halfway up and skied down. But yeah, I did it.
Respect.
Thank you. I'm a skier. I used to be a skier. Now I live in Texas.
Respect. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Wow. And you're still alive.
I'm still alive. I survived it. I survived my stupid youth. This is my youth, right? We carried up skis, boots, poles, and beer. That was my
Hey, the beer was very important because without that beer, you would not have skied down that.
No, I was wise. I did not drink the beer till after I skied. I'm not.
Smart move. All right, ladies. Thank you.
it. Thank you
Robin.
for having me. It was so fun.
It was a lot of fun. Hold on. Bye, everyone.